The woman lightly tapped her cheek, using Morse code to secretly communicate with the man on death row right there in the courtroom. She had one goal: to help him escape. John noticed what she was doing and forced himself to stay calm. Then, with carefully timed blinks, he sent back a hidden message. She immediately grabbed a pen and wrote down every signal Jack was sending. After the interrogation, John was sentenced to death, with the execution set for 2 days later. But he showed no fear, because by that moment, the woman had already put together a flawless escape plan. Following John's instructions, she went to a designated street corner and pressed a loose brick in the wall. The next second, the entire wall slowly lifted, revealing a luxury car behind it. She got in and drove straight to the location John had mentioned, Point 37. As soon as the car stopped, part of the mountainside slid open, exposing a hidden tunnel. This was John's secret hideout. She quickly entered the password, and a row of hidden compartments popped out one after another. She grabbed stacks of cash first, then, following John's instructions, took 2 vials, one yellow and one green. With everything ready, the plan moved into its most critical phase. Dressed to impress, she approached the justice minister, a man who had long been secretly infatuated with her. She teased him lightly with the tip of her nose, and he was instantly captivated. He promised that as long as she would spend the night with him, he would grant any request she made. Seeing he had taken the bait, she picked up a nearby newspaper and casually pretended to be curious, asking if she could meet the infamous death row inmate featured in the headlines. The minister refused immediately, saying the man was extremely dangerous. She acted disappointed and turned as if to leave. Helpless, the minister finally gave in and agreed to her request. Realizing her plan was working, she couldn't help but reveal a faint, satisfied smile. Soon, under the minister's guidance, she entered the prison. John was brought out of his cell by the guards, his face still completely cold and expressionless. The 3 of them were led into the interrogation room. More than 20 minutes later, the woman and the minister walked out together, while John remained.
Teacher Anna just wanted to comfort her upset student Jack. But the next second, Jack suddenly kissed her. At first, Anna was shocked, but after giving him a quick once-over, she didn't hold back either. And the reason she responded that way? Well, not long before all this happened, Anna had decided to help Jack rediscover his confidence in writing. When she read the draft of a play he slipped under her door, she instantly believed he had what it takes to become a great screenwriter. But Jack's father was totally against it. He thought everything his son wrote was garbage. Anna, though. Every time she read one of Jack's scripts, she saw real talent. And before she knew it, she found herself genuinely captivated by his work. But soon, Jack's dad found out he was still writing. He stormed into the rehearsal space and dragged Jack out. Worried, Anna followed and eavesdropped. The father's harsh words kept escalating, and finally, Anna couldn't take it anymore. She rushed out, confronted the man, and chased him off. Then she pulled Jack into her classroom. He was so upset he could barely breathe. Heartbroken that his dad just couldn't understand his dreams, Jack broke down in tears. Anna quickly pulled him into a hug, trying to comfort him. But that's when Jack suddenly kissed her. Anna hesitated for just a second. Then, after looking him over, she kissed him back. The next morning, Anna couldn't stop thinking about what happened. Staring at the paint spilled on the floor, she felt a wave of shame. So she rushed Jack into the dressing room to talk. But he totally misunderstood, thinking she was coming on to him again. She quickly shut that down and apologized for their reckless behavior the night before. Jack went silent, thinking she was drawing a line between them. Honestly, Anna kind of hoped he'd push back and say something, but he didn't. Not exactly what she wanted, but she was too embarrassed to make the first move again. So she ended the conversation. That night, she called him like usual to talk about his script. But as soon as he picked up, Jack brushed her off, said he had to practice lines with a girl from class.